Have you ever spent hours studying for an exam only to forget everything the next day? Or maybe you've tried to learn a new skill, like a language or coding, but the information just won't stick. It's incredibly frustrating, right? You put in all this effort, and it feels like it's for nothing. Well, what if I told you there is a scientifically proven way to learn anything twice as fast and actually remember it long term? And no, it's not some magic pill. It's a combination of two powerful techniques: spaced repetition and active recall. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what these methods are, how they work together to supercharge your brain, and I'll show you step by step how to implement them using popular tools like Anki and Notion. Plus, stick around to the end, because I'm going to challenge you to a 7-day learning experiment that will completely change the way you study forever. So let's start with the big villain in our learning story, the forgetting curve. This was a concept discovered by a psychologist named Hermann Ebbinghaus way back in the 1880s. He found that after we learn something new, we start forgetting it almost immediately. In fact, if you don't review what you've learned, you could forget up to 70% of it within a single day. Think about that. 70%. That's why cramming for a test the night before is such a terrible strategy. You might remember enough to pass the test, but a week later, it's all gone. Your brain basically says, hey, you haven't used this information, so I guess it wasn't important. Let's delete it to make space for more cat videos. This is where spaced repetition comes in to save the day. Spaced repetition is the ultimate cheat code against the forgetting curve. The idea is simple. Instead of reviewing information randomly or all at once, you review it at specific, increasing intervals. So you might review a new concept one day after learning it, then 3 days later, then a week later, then 2 weeks, and so on. Each time you successfully recall the information, you extend the time until the next review. This process tells your brain, hey, this piece of information is actually important. I keep needing it. And by spacing out your reviews, you're catching the information right before you're about to forget it, which strengthens the neural pathways and locks it into your long-term memory. That's the difference between trying to fill a leaky bucket all at once versus patching the leak and adding a little water every now and then. It's way more efficient and effective, but spaced repetition on its own is only half the battle. To make it truly powerful, you need to pair it with its best friend, active recall. What is active recall? It's the process of actively retrieving information from your memory rather than passively reviewing it. Think about the difference between rereading your notes versus trying to answer a question about them from memory. Rereading is passive. It feels easy, and it tricks you into thinking you know the material. It's what scientists call a fluency illusion. But when you force yourself to recall the answer, you're actively engaging your brain, forging stronger connections. It's like the difference between watching someone lift weights and actually lifting them yourself. One builds muscle, the other doesn't. So when you combine active recall with spaced repetition, you're not just passively looking at the information at the right time. You're actively pulling it out of your brain at the right time. This combo is the undisputed champion of effective learning. Okay, so theory is great, but how do we actually put this into practice? Let's talk about the tools. The most famous tool for this is a free app called Anki. Anki is basically a smart flashcard program. It lets you create digital flashcards with a question on one side and the answer on the other. Here's how it works. Let me show you on my screen. I'm learning Spanish right now, so I've created a deck of cards. For example, here's a card that asks, how do you say to eat in Spanish? I'll try to remember. It's cama. Then I click Show Answer. Yep, comma. Now at the bottom, Anki asks me how well I remembered it. Again, hard, good, or easy. Based on my answer, Anki's algorithm will decide when to show me this card again. If I clicked hard, it might show it to me again in a few minutes. If I clicked easy, it might wait several days or even weeks. Anki completely automates the spaced repetition schedule for you, so all you have to do is create the cards and do your daily reviews. It's an incredibly powerful tool for things with concrete answers, like vocabulary, formulas, or historical dates. But what if you're learning something more complex, like a concept in physics or business framework? That's where a tool like Notion can be amazing. Notion is like digital Lego for your notes. I use it to create a custom learning system using a feature called toggles. Let me show you my setup for a marketing course I'm taking. Here's my page on the IDEA model. You can see I've ran the main concept as a question. What are the 4 stages of the IDEA model? And then I've hidden the answer inside this toggle list. To practice active recall, I'll try to answer the question first, without looking. Attention, interest, desire, action. Okay. Now I'll click the toggle to reveal the answer and check if I was right. Perfect. The beauty of this is that it forces you to engage your brain before you see the solution. To add a spaced repetition element, you can create a simple database in Notion. I have a table with columns for the topic, the last reviewed date, and the next review date. After I review a topic, I'll update the date and set the next review date for a week later, then 2 weeks, and so on. It's a bit more manual than Anki, but it's fantastic for organizing and reviewing more complex conceptual knowledge all in one place. Now, I want you to experience the power of this for yourself. I challenge you to the 7-day Super Learner Challenge. Here's the plan. First, pick one thing you want to learn this week. It could be 10 new words in a language, a new programming concept, or even the capitals of 10 countries. Just pick something small and specific. Second, choose your tool. If it's facts, try Anki. If it's concepts, try the toggle method in Notion. Third, spend just 15 minutes each day for the next 7 days creating your questions and doing your reviews. That's it. Just 15 minutes a day. On day 1, you'll learn the material and create your first flashcards or toggle questions. On day 2, you'll review day 1's material and add a little more. You'll follow the spaced repetition schedule your tool suggests, or you can use a simple one like review after 1 day, then 3 days, then 7 days. I guarantee that by the end of the week, you will be shocked at how much you've learned and retained, with far less effort than you thought possible. Let's recap the key takeaways. First, our brains are designed to forget, and that's okay. We just need the right strategy to fight the forgetting curve. Second, that strategy is the powerful duo of spaced repetition, reviewing at increasing intervals, and active recall, retrieving information from memory. Don't just reread, force yourself to remember. Third, use modern tools to make this easy. Anki is perfect for facts and automation, while Notion is amazing for organizing and reviewing complex concepts. Finally, the best way to believe it is to try it. Take the 7-day Super Learner Challenge. Pick a topic, spend 15 minutes a day, and watch your learning transform. Learning doesn't have to feel like a struggle. By working with your brain's natural tendencies instead of against them, you can learn faster, remember more, and achieve your goals sooner than you ever imagined. I'm really excited for you to try this out. Let me know in the comments what you're going to learn for the 7-day challenge. I'd love to hear about your progress. If you found this video helpful and want more tips on how to learn effectively and be more productive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy learning!